Hi guys, welcome back to the Hot Tea channel. Once again, one of the editors is covering for Ray since she's traveling. Today's video is not really tea, it's more of a serious one. We are going to talk about Gabbie Hanna's most recent TikToks and her possibly going through a manic episode, as well as people being really concerned about her right now. Before we get into all of it, I'd like to put a disclaimer really quick. This video is not aiming to make fun of Gabbie Hanna and her mental state, nor to mock people dealing with similar issues. We are simply covering what's been going on, what people have been saying, fans as well as public figures. Also, I want to throw a quick trigger warning for people who might be upset by topics like mental health, mania, etc. If this is triggering to you, viewer discretion is advised. In the past few years, Gabbie Hanna's public image has completely changed. She's heavily disliked, had public mental breakdown, for which she said were all an act and people shouldn't take her so seriously. She is known for seeking attention in various ways, getting herself involved in dramas, strange behavior, even sometimes manipulating or misleading when she shares her experience. Oftentimes, she has blamed others while not taking accountability for her own actions. However, this time it seems to be quite different from previous outbursts/scandals. Gabby has been quite open about her mental health struggles, and she has shared that social media is one of the reasons, even triggers, that cause her mental health to decrease. And now to give you a timeline of the events, in the past 48 to 72 hours, she has been constantly posting on her TikTok exclusively. In fact, last night, I think within 24 hours, she posted over 100 TikToks, which is a ton of TikToks. She had a social media break on all of her platforms. The last time she posted consistently on each of her platforms was the 11th or 12th of August. Everything that she's put out right now is just on her TikTok. She hasn't logged into Twitter. By the way, she's trending on Twitter right now. We're talking about it, but we'll get into that a bit later. People have been saying that what Gabby is going through is a manic episode. Now, I am no psychologist or psychiatrist. I'm no mental health professional, but a lot of people have been saying the symptoms that Gabby is showing in her videos, the things that she's talking about and has admitted are pretty much what a person going through a manic episode experiences. Some of the topics of the posts include religion, conspiracy theories, music, savior, complex, racist and transphobic remarks. She said that she overcame multiple mental illnesses such as OCD, ADHD, depression, anxiety, and DID, which is dissociative identity disorder. If you know the Trisha saga with that mental health disorder in particular, I'm pretty sure all of you are aware what it is. So yeah, she says she overcame all of those mental illnesses. We're gonna get back into that in a bit.
I did it. I beat DID. I beat ADHD, depression, anxiety. I beat OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. Disorder? What the fuck? You should be obsessive and compulsive. What the fuck? Wash your hands, you nasty bitch.
People have been really concerned. A lot of comments have been saying that they want Gabby to call someone in her friend circle or family should reach out.
I've had a lot of people, thank God, friends reach out to me and say, Gab, I know that you're probably going through a manic episode and, you know, if you're not aware of the signs, da-da-da-da-da. Hey, question. Why the f*** everybody on the planet so concerned about the health of the happiest person on the planet? I'm literally dancing and singing like I've never had the ability before. My voice in my fucking dance keeps getting better and better. It's so fun to be able to practice all day. My cat's laying on my ass sleeping. The housekeeper asked me to turn on some music. Literally somebody's cleaning my castle for me while I'm hanging out with my spirit animals, literally. Are you guys, is everything okay at home?
People have been bringing up the small artist contest that she competed in. We will look into this more a bit later, but basically people have been bringing up the fact that she lost and it was like pretty recent, and that's why she is triggered right now because of it. Gabby actually addressed that in one of the TikToks. Next, neighbors called cops on Gabby due to her screaming in the middle of the night. The cops went to do a wellness check on her, and apparently they cleared her, that everything was okay. Another thing that happened is that a stranger visited Gabby. At first, it was all good, but that person ended up actually knowing who Gabby is, and he intended to help her in a way. So he went to her home to help her, and once she realized that, she kicked him out. A lot of public figures have expressed their opinions. I've been trying to tell people to not mock Gabby and to actually pray for her and just hope that she gets better. Alright, so one of the first things that I mentioned is Manic episode. So the things that Gabby has shared herself that she's experienced are excitement, euphoria-like feelings, intense emotional state, lack of sleep. She said that she slept 4 hours last night. Well, not last night, but like the previous day. She slept just for 4 hours and stayed up pretty much all of the night. She talked about feelings of self-importance, which are a sign or a symptom of experiencing a manic episode.
I'm the smartest person in the world and on the planet.
She talked a lot about herself being the mother of God or the rapture, and that she could be the embodiment of God and stuff like that. She talked about her grand ideas and plans. A lot of the content that she posted was hyper-religious content. She was talking about, again, the rapture, Jesus, the followers of Jesus. She was quoting the Bible. She was talking a lot about women, their role in the Bible and Christianity and all that. And
Help me! Help me! Wake the fuck up! Help me! Help us! Last night I died and went to heaven. You know how I got that blessing? I asked. You want me to do something better than this? You want me to do something other than fight for his kids? My kids? Our kids? What's better than this? What is better than this? Tell me.
you could tell by a lot of the things that she said that you could still sense the narcissistic tone of her, because people have said before that she's a narcissist and she thinks about herself mainly. She talks about herself, sees herself as the victim and all that. And throughout all of the TikToks, you could see that she was still thinking of herself quite a lot. She looked like she was having some sort of breakthrough, which again is a sign.
How do you want me to abuse my power? How do you want me to abuse my power? How do you want me to abuse my power? How do you abuse your power? How do you use your voice? What do you talk about? I'm talking about dying homeless babies on the street. What are you talking about? Where should I spend my time? Is that negative to you? Are the dying babies on the street negative to you? Am I projecting them and myself onto you? You're damn.
Some of the other things Gabby was talking about were saving children, and in particular one of the remarks that was considered racist. I'm not going to tell you if it is or if it isn't. I'm just telling you how people are feeling about it. In one of her lives, she said that Black mothers in particular have the spirit of Mother Mary or Holy Mary, because they tend to raise their children on their own because the fathers are absent and they have to depend on Christ in order to raise their children. Pretty much she says something along those lines. I'm not quoting her directly here, but yeah.
Mothers are always left to raise their babies alone when the father leaves. It's almost like the mothers depended on God to get them through. And that white man were like, uh-oh, Black people are...
Really didn't like that. She also spoke about trans people not really existing and not really being a thing, because it should be accepted that women can have a masculine side and men can have a feminine spirit or something like that. I will put the clips for each point just so you can see what exactly she said, because again, I'm not quoting her directly.
Guys, it's always been a battle of the sexes. Literally. And it got to a point where it's like, guys, they're getting confused. Literally, you're not transgender. It's okay to feel feminine and masculine and wear whatever the fuck you want and love whoever you want as long as it is not children. That is our forbidden fruit.
And now to get into the small artist contest portion of this video, Gabby recently took part in a small artist contest called The Opening Act. We've made a video on that. If you want more details, watch it. But basically, she was promoting it at the same time as her new album release. And people also noted that although she is a small artist, she has a pretty big following. So there's an advantage on her end, and it's not fair to others. The reason I'm mentioning this is because she was placed second in her group, and it is speculated that she's doing all of this for attention because she lost. In this TikTok, she claims that her goal, her band's goal as well, is to spread the wealth with the people who helped her get there.
So now that it's finally over, I can finally talk about the small artist contest, which by the way was never a small artist contest. It was an independent artist competition. Most of the acts, I'm sure I haven't checked, that are in the finalists probably have more followers or Spotify listeners than me. I'm wondering if anybody took the time to read my mission statement. Babs and the Frontman, an artist collective led by Gabbie Hanna, is a group of artists with a shared mission to spread wealth. What will you do with the prize money, it asked. And I said, I will share it with the people who got me here. I was going to give away so much money to you guys. To you guys. I was going to give it all away times 10. $100,000 back to the people. If only people believed in me, if people rooted for me.
I went on the Opening Acts website just to see some stats about Gabby. Then I saw this wildcard round that is also part of the contest. Basically, it gives contestants a second chance. Wildcard round begins on August 19th and ends on August 21st. Entrants who took second place in the group finals group will compete in a shortened round for a second chance to advance in the quarter final. Voting will be reset, and public voting will determine the one entrant from each wildcard round group who will then advance to the quarterfinals. I'm not saying that due to the dates lining up and Gabby being the second in her group that she somehow is using this as leverage to get more attention and people to vote for her, because the voting has ended, but the lineup of the dates and her possibly getting triggered by it could potentially be a reason why she's experiencing this right now. I'm not saying that this is the reason, but I just thought it was interesting how the dates are lined up so close to each other. So yeah, please let me know what you think about that. Is it possible that this is something that might have upset her and that's why she spiraled, or maybe it's just a coincidence? Please, I would like to know your opinion. Do you think it's related? Let me know. Next, the neighbors calling cops on Gabby due to her screaming. So in one of the TikToks, Gabby shared that her neighbors actually called the cops on her and they gave her a wellness check. Apparently that happened due to Gabby screaming in the middle of the night, saying that she probably got a report on her.
The cops just came to my door because they got a call saying that I was going to hurt myself or somebody else, and then they asked me about some screaming in the backyard, which I'm assuming means I got some type of report from the neighborhood, which is thank you. God bless you, neighbors.
So this clip where she's explaining the situation has copyrighted music, so I will try to edit it out. But to quote Gabby, the screaming I did last night was me screaming encouragement to you, because I got to create hell, and hell I created for you guys. I got to open your eyes and ears to whatever I wanted. And then she continues to talk about God's grace, warriors, and not caring about people's opinions.
Something I learned today. The officers came for a wellness check, and I asked them if any of them wanted a hug, and they all said they wouldn't like one. Maybe it would have saved my fucking life. I'm okay. Don't worry about me, though. Could have saved my life. Now, friends, thank you for your concern. Today was my day off. I wasn't planning on being on social media today because I'm a recovering social media addict. A saint is a person of the times. Duh. God bless you, officers, and thank you for your service. Can I please tell you guys that when I was like, why am I in cuffs? They were like, so you posted like 100 TikToks. And I was like, okay. And they were like, people are calling us. And I was like, so I'm arrested?
She also posted another TikTok where she just like wrote up some text. I'll read it for you now. Can you believe someone heard me screaming bloody murder in the backyard in the middle of the night and they didn't check in on me? They waited till the next afternoon to send them. That's so weird to me. You are my neighbor and you called for a wellness check. Checkmate. And then she also wrote, she might just be smarter than you think, therefore you are and you too. She's making my brain hurt with all those emojis. Moving on, the thing that bothered everyone the most and got people hella concerned about Gabby and her well-being is that she let some stranger named Nick, who was hanging out in her yard, she let him in her house, and they seemed to get along right away. She said that they went on a run and they prayed together.
Nicholas? Hey, Nicholas? Do you mind being on camera or you don't want to?
I don't mind.
Okay, so I want to, oh my god, my hair. A friend just texted me and I told him that I was going to go on a run for a guy who showed up at my house and was just feeling a little lost, asked to use the bathroom, and now we're going to go for a run together. He asked to pray with me. It was really nice. And his text was, Gab, listen to me now. Get that man out of your house. How do you feel about that?
That's rude.
It's kind of rude, isn't it?
Rude.
I think he meant well. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean well.
What? Not, he means well. We know he means well. My friend who texted me and told me to get the stranger out of my house. I think he meant well too.
Yeah, I think so.
But Nicholas is good. And we're gonna go for a run because we already prayed and had our coffee and listened to music.
Yes.
I'm so happy I met you this morning.
Yes.
Thank you for knocking on my door, Nicholas.
Yes.
You are a brother in Christ.
Brother in Christ.
Fuck yes, he is.
But it looks like this Nick person was actually there on purpose to help, quote unquote, help Gabby. He knew who she was. He tried to look through her medicine. He took videos of her house and posted them on his TikTok, which might have been his personal account or a new one. I don't know, because there's only one video prior to this situation that is not related to Gabby. People are thinking that he posted all of this on a new TikTok account or whatever. And then people found on the account and he went live to talk about the experience with Gabby. Eventually, she figured out that he knew who she was and she kicked him out. He didn't try to argue with her.
By the way, Nick,
Yes.
I know you know who I am. Come on. Why did you lie to me this whole time? Why did you lie to me? That's for my acne, you dumb cunt. Get the fuck out of my house. Now. Now. Now!
And then people found out his account and he went live to talk about his experience with Gabby. The thing is, shortly after he left, she posted that someone broke in her house and people were like worried. Wait, was it the Nick guy? Is it someone else? What is going on? Are you okay? And regarding Nick's TikTok live, in his live, he shared why he went there, what his goal was. He also talked about the medicine he saw.
Yeah, I tried my best to help. I mean, what more can I do? I went in there, I've been there myself. All these people were saying, do something, but nobody did anything except for me. I was the one that did something. I was the only one that did something, so. Someone said I'm stalking her. No, she was posting hundreds of videos on her TikTok, and everybody was talking about it online. I'm stalking her though, but she's posting it all online. How'd you get her address? I quite literally searched, where does Gabbie Hanna live? These are public figures. These people are making big house purchases in a big place like LA, and they're young, and it goes in the news, and people do it. Call the police right now and say we saw. I can't call the police because what am I? They're people have a really flawed and not real interpretation of what the police will do. They will not do anything. People are like, why do you go to her house? Because I've been there. Because I wanted to. You can't remove the videos of her house. She has her videos of her own house. Are you stupid? I mean, I was trying to get her to take her meds. I was trying to get her to drink water. I was trying to take her like out of that spiral of thought that she was having without.
People asked him how he found out where she lives. They told him that what he did was not okay. And regardless of his intentions, that sounds hella creepy and scary. I understand that Gabby is a public personality and it's easy to find information about where she lives, who she hangs out with, etc. But to actually go up to her house is just invasive as fuck. I don't think I need to explain this. I don't know why this guy thought it was okay for him to do this whole thing, but like I said, Gabby has been a trending topic on Twitter, and a lot of people, including public figures, actually tweeted about it. Most of the people were supportive of her, as in like, I hope she takes care of herself, I hope someone tries to calm her down, etc. Ethan Klein tweeted, Gabbie Hanna seems to be in the throes of a manic episode. Please be considerate of that when talking about her online right now. We've lost YouTubers like this before and everyone said never again. So be nice, please. She needs help right now, not to be ridiculed. Ricky Montgomery said, I've known Gabbie Hanna for almost 10 years. We are not close these days, but what is happening to her concerns me a lot. Please be kind to her. Morgan Sung said, people are joking about refreshing Gabbie Hanna's TikTok so they can keep up with her videos while she goes through a public mental health crisis. A random guy entered her home and is now talking about her on live with 16K viewers. All of this is so voyeuristic and gross. Even Keemstar is praying for Gabbie Hanna and he says she's going through it. Other people people said, so Gabbie Hanna posted on TikTok 100 times in the past 24 hours, managed to offend pretty much every group, community, danced off beat, and checks notes is saying that she's God ascending because she's from the Middle East, which is Pittsburgh. Fun fact, you can be worried about Gabbie Hanna's mental health at the moment and still be pissed that she's saying racist shit like this isn't mutually exclusive. So this is all that I have for you guys today. Please let me know what your thoughts are on this. Again, this video is not to mock Gabby and her mental health. It is just to report on people that have talked about her. Obviously, we have covered her quite frequently on this channel. And yes, she brings up views to this channel, but this video is not to ridicule her or try to mock her in any way, shape, or form. So I hope you guys are understanding of this. Please let me know what your thoughts are. Do you think that all of this is for attention? I'm really hoping that it's not for attention, because otherwise, I don't think I could ever try to report on this person again. I don't know about you guys, but this is really concerning and really stressing. So hopefully she's taking care of herself in the next few days, as well as taking a break from social media. I think that would benefit her. Yeah, new videos every single week. Subscribe. Bye.